No, please sit down. It's a thrill to be here once again. 7 or 8 times here that I've gotten to host the Legends Brunch, and it truly is a thrill every year to look out and see this huge crowd and see the legends. So thank you for having me. If you have been here before, you know I have something that I tend to do at the beginning of each of these. And if you haven't been to one of these, you've been warned, because this is something I kind of picked up from John Wooden after spending some time with him. And he was big into poetry and could write it and recite it even late into his life. And so it's just kind of a hobby of mine, and I do this to kind of set the scene for where we are. And so here is the 2012 edition of the poem. This season's been strange with the lockout and stuff, but the ratings are great, the fans can't get enough. The thunder is rolling, the heat are amazing, and Kobe comes out each night, both barrels blazing. But the feel-good story about 30 games in is the storybook saga of Jeremy Lin. His jerseys are everywhere, he's seen on SI. I'd love just a small chunk of his BRI. But this morning is not about present-day players, it's all about legends, and we've got them in layers. Those who laid the league's solid foundation and richly deserve each and every ovation. Now, please don't be shy if I mention your name, as we thank you for what you have meant to the game. So if you are singled out in the following stanzas, please stand, take a bow, and we'll all clap our hands. Us. It seems hard to believe that it's been 20 years since this city was home to the stars and the cheers, a magical finish that left all jaws dropping, an image that was nothing less than eye-popping. He knocked down three-pointers like few ever seen and D'd up on Zeke and MJ in between. All that from a man whose announcement that fall would have impact and still does beyond basketball. And so on this day, we recall with much gladness a time in our lives that began with much sadness. We celebrate not just what Magic did then, but the hope he's instilled time and again. Earvin Magic Johnson. You see, Magic gets this. He's been here before. He did the stand and the wave, and that's awesome. So everybody take a listen. It's that spirit that's so often hard to define, not a man-made ability, it's something divine. And we see it and feel it in other lives too, like the man who's so well known to me and to you. His name is Pat Williams. He's been here from the start, part fun-loving businessman whose life is all heart. His battle with cancer has been tough beyond measure. You've been and continue to be such a treasure. Pat Williams. In the course of this morning, we'll honor some others whose legends in this room consider their brothers. Some guys who consistently took to the court the skills and the guts which would honor the sport. The A-train, they called him. And there's a stat I should mention. 23 boards a night for this center of attention. Those Jacksonville teams were a group for the ages. Artis Gilmore's career there has filled the stat pages. Artis. Now, this game gives and takes and can sometimes be cruel. The critics can use any slip-up for fuel. It takes a man grounded and strong and secure to withstand the shouts and the whispers for sure. And you know, that's what Nick Anderson's been through for years. Fans seem to forget all he did that brought cheers. We'll salute him this morning, and you know this is true. If Nick were to bleed, it would be magic blue. Nick Anderson. We'll spotlight a teammate of Nick's in a while, a gifted point guard with both substance and style. Highlights and accolades. Now, this guy's got plenty. The little one's not here, but here's life-size Penny. So that's just a preview of coming attractions. When they come up here, please don't restrain your reactions. See, you legends don't simply play games and retire. You set the bar high, you give back, you inspire. Thanks, legends. Okay. Who would like to hear from the commissioner of the NBA? Please, a little better than that, please. I mean, as my buddy Charles likes to say, the best commissioner in sports, and he is David Stern.